new evidence suggests that consciousness may survive brain death, according to research conducted at the University of Michigan. At the moment of death, the brain records unusual neuronal activity in regions linked to consciousness, implying that consciousness could persist for a brief period after cardiac arrest. The temporal, parietal, and occipital lobes, known as the brain's hot zone due to their association with conscious activity, experience a surge of brainwave activity associated with conscious processing. This finding was obtained by observing electroencephalography (EEG) readings from 4 patients who experienced cardiac arrest and were in a coma in the neurointensive care unit. Although it cannot be definitively stated whether the patients had conscious experiences during this cerebral activity, the study provides a new framework for understanding the potential hidden consciousness in dying humans. However, researchers caution that the small sample size limits definitive conclusions. Near-death experiences, NDEs, are also discussed in the context of the research. Approximately 10% of the population reports having experienced NDEs, characterized by out-of-body sensations, hallucinations, accelerated thoughts, and time distortion. While NDEs have been considered subjective phenomena linked to traumatic events, the new research suggests they may have a neural basis related to consciousness. Despite these discoveries, the study authors are cautious in drawing definitive conclusions and emphasize the need to continue investigating the physiological mechanisms and meanings behind these findings. The debate over the survival of consciousness beyond brain death continues, and it raises the possibility that the human brain may be activated during the dying process, opening the door to speculation about a state of consciousness that transcends death. The findings of this research have sparked an exciting and intricate debate in the scientific and philosophical community. The idea that consciousness might survive brain death is captivating and raises fundamental questions about the nature of the mind and existence. On one hand, some experts argue that the observed brain activity at the moment of death could be explained as a survival response of the brain once deprived of oxygen. They posit that this activity does not necessarily imply conscious experience or continuity of consciousness after brain death. In this sense, it could be interpreted as a final burst of activity before the brain shuts down completely. On the other hand, other researchers and experts suggest that these findings may support the notion that consciousness is more than just a brain function. They claim that the brain activity observed at the moment of death might be an indication that consciousness is independent of the brain and could exist beyond death. Some even propose the possibility that consciousness could persist for an indeterminate time after the heart stops beating, prompting a re-examination of the traditional definition of death. However, it is essential to bear in mind that research in this field is complex and in its early stages. The sample used in the University of Michigan study was small, indicating that further investigations and studies with larger samples are needed to yield more robust and reliable results. Additionally, the study could not establish a direct correlation between the observed brain activity and conscious experiences in the patients. It cannot be definitively stated whether any of the patients had conscious experiences during that period of heightened brain activity. The question of consciousness survival after brain death also carries profound philosophical and ethical implications. If consciousness can persist beyond death, this could alter our understanding of the nature of life and death and raise questions about the existence of a transcendent plane or state of consciousness. In conclusion, while the new clues regarding brain activity at the moment of death are exciting and suggest intriguing possibilities, there is still much research to be done before we can reach solid conclusions about the nature of consciousness and its relationship with brain death. Science continues to explore this captivating territory, and with time, we may gain a clearer and deeper understanding of this fundamental enigma. In recent years, the study of near-death experiences, NDEs, has garnered increasing interest within the scientific community and the general public. More and more individuals have shared accounts of profound and impactful experiences during moments close to death, prompting further investigation and exploration of this intriguing phenomenon. NDEs are deep and often transformative experiences that some people report having in critical situations, such as cardiac arrests or serious accidents. These experiences can involve sensations of leaving the physical body, encountering a bright light, feeling peace and unconditional love, and even encountering spiritual beings or entities. What makes these experiences even more remarkable is that many individuals who have undergone NDEs describe a sense of leaving behind their physical body and experiencing an entirely different reality. Often, they claim to have felt a profound connection with the universe and a sense of transcendence beyond the boundaries of time and space. While NDEs have been described by individuals from diverse cultures and beliefs in the past, these experiences were often relegated to the realm of the esoteric and mystical. However, with advances in science and medicine, researchers are now paying closer attention to this phenomenon and seeking explanations from a scientific perspective. Studies on NDEs have revealed that many of the sensations and perceptions associated with these experiences can be explained by brain activity and neurochemical responses during moments of trauma or crisis. It has been proposed that the release of certain chemicals in the brain, such as endorphins and serotonin, could explain the feelings of peace, love, and transcendence that some people experience during NDEs. However, while there are neurophysiological explanations for some of the features of NDEs, not all experiences can be solely explained in this manner. Some narratives are so vivid and detailed that it becomes challenging to reduce them solely to biological responses. This growing interest in NDEs and the quest for scientific explanations has led to a willingness to consider the possibility that consciousness may exist beyond the physical body, and that death may not be the absolute end of conscious experience. As technology and research progress, we may come closer to a deeper understanding of consciousness and its relationship with death. Studies on NDEs, covert consciousness, and related phenomena are continually evolving and may shed light on the true nature of the mind and consciousness. In summary, the phenomenon of near-death experiences raises profound questions that invite us to reflect on the limits of our current understanding of reality, and the possibility that we may be on the brink of a scientific and philosophical revelation of transcendent proportions. As we continue to investigate and explore these mysteries, we may be on the cusp of revolutionary discoveries that will reshape our views on life, death, and consciousness.